Welcome to Easy Higher Mathematics.
So this model is integral minus infinity to infinity f of x dx. So to solve the problems in complex form, for these types of problems we need the closed curve. But the closed curve is not given. So what is given? So let us take so this is minus infinity. So this is plus infinity. So let us take this one minus r to plus r. To solve these problems in complex number, we need this closed curve. So we can add one curve, that is so this is one extra curve added to this real line. Now this becomes what? From this to this. So this is our closed curve C. So this is our closed curve C. So the upper half of the real line is the what? Upper half of the real line, as well as it is a semicircle. So semicircle of modulus R. So that is modulus Z is equal to R or less than or equal to R. Now as R tends to infinity, or before that we can write this is equal to what? Integral minus R to R f of x dx. That is this one, minus R to R. Then plus this one, that is integral f of z dz equal to the full closed curve, that is integral over c f of z dz. So now this is form a closed curve. Now as R tends to infinity, so Cauchy's lemma saying that as R tends to infinity, this becomes what? That is integral minus infinity to infinity f of x dx plus this becomes 0 equal to integral over c f of z dz. So what? That is integral minus infinity to infinity f of x dx is equal to integral over c f of z dz. This we can find by Cauchy's residue theorem or Cauchy's integral theorem, etc. So simply we can get this one. So this is equal to this one. So which poles lies inside, which poles lies outside? So our curve is, this is the closed curve. So if the imaginary part is greater than 0, imaginary part is greater than 0, the points lies upper half of the real line. If the imaginary part is less than 0, it lies outside. So first you find the pole, then check whether the imaginary part is greater than 0, it is lies inside. If the imaginary part is less than 0, it is lies outside. Okay. So positive imaginary part lies inside, negative imaginary part, that is full, lies outside. So that is the technique. Except the dx term inside this integral. Now you write f of z. So what is f of z? That is 1 by b square. Replace x by z. Let denominator equal to 0 because this is rational function. So that is z square plus a square equal to 0, z square plus b square equal to 0. That is z square is equal to minus a square, z square is equal to minus b square. So that is z is equal to plus or minus a, because there is one minus, and z is equal to plus or minus bi. So this is fully imaginary. This is also fully imaginary. So ai and bi lies inside C, because we take the positive only lies in the upper half, and lies outside C. Now residue. So residue of f of z at the point z is equal to ai. Yes, equal to limit formula, limit z tends to ai, z minus ai into f of z. So this is equal to limit z tends to ai, z minus ai into, we split it with our function. What is the function? 1 by z square plus a square into z square plus b square. So this is equal to limit z tends to ai, z minus ai into 1 by, you split this one. So what is this one? That is z plus ai into z minus ai into z square plus b square. So here main thing, if it is z tends to ai, you should eliminate z minus ai. If z tends to minus ai, you should eliminate z plus ai from the denominator. Otherwise, the denominator will be infinity. So here denominator will be 0. So z square plus a square can be written as z plus ai into z minus ai, because a square plus b square is equal to a plus I into a plus ib into a minus ib, that is a square plus b square. So this z minus a, this z minus ai cancel. So this is cancel. Now apply the limit. So that is 1 by ai plus ai the whole square plus b square. So this is equal to, so this is equal to 1 by 2ai minus a square plus b square. So this is 1 by 2 ai b square minus a square. So this is the first residue at the point z is equal to ai. Now residue f of z at the point z is equal to bi, equal to limit z tends to bi, z minus bi into f of z. So this is the formula. So that is equal to limit z tends to bi, z minus bi into, denominator can be written as what? Or we write the function full, z square plus a square into z square plus b square. Limit z tends to bi, z minus bi into 1 by z plus ai into z. Here we have to eliminate only z minus bi, so we split that term only. That is z plus bi into z minus bi into z square plus a square. So this cancel. That is 1 by bi plus bi into bi the whole square plus a square. That is 1 by 2 bi into a square minus b square, because I square is equal to minus 1. So this is we taken as R2. First one is R1, second one is R2. Therefore, by Cauchy's residue theorem, integral over C, for question, 1 by z square plus a square into z square plus b square dz is equal to 2 pi I into R1 plus R2. So that is equal to 2 pi I into ai into b square minus a square plus 1 by 2 bi into a square minus b square. So this is R1 and R2. So this can be written as, or we can simplify this one, that is equal to 2 pi I. Here we can take one minus, that is minus 1 by 2 ai into a square minus b square. From this you take one minus. So a square b square minus a square becomes a square minus b square. Then plus 1 by 2 bi into a square minus b square. Now 2 pi I, the common factor is 2 into a square minus b square. So remaining, that is here 1 by b, here 1 by a. So taking LCM, a minus b. So this is equal to this can be written as a plus b into a minus b. So this a square minus b square can be written as a plus b into a minus b into a minus b by ab. So this cancel. So this is equal to, this value is equal to what? Integral over C f of z dz is equal to pi I by ab into a square plus b square. We have, what is the formula? We have integral over C f of z, or we can write this one, that is integral minus r to r f of x dx plus integral contour f of z dz is equal to integral over c f of z dz. So that is limit as r tends to infinity, as r tends to infinity, integral minus infinity to infinity f of x dx plus, by Cauchy's lemma this value is equal to 0. What is this value? That is this one. So that is integral minus infinity to infinity f of x. What is our question? 1 by x square plus a square into x square plus b square dx is equal to pi by ab into a square plus a square plus b square, not a square plus b square, this is a plus b only. So that is f of z is equal to z square by z square plus a square the whole square. Replace x by z. Let z square plus a square the whole square equal to 0. That is z square plus a square is equal to 0. That is z square is equal to minus a square. Therefore z is equal to plus or minus ai. Since this term has power 2, these are poles of order 2. Since this term z square plus a square, the whole square, the power is 2, these are poles of order 2. That is z is equal to ai and minus ai are poles of order 2. Now, here imaginary part is negative, so this is lies outside. So z is equal to ai lies inside C. Therefore, residue of f of z at z is equal to ai equal to, or we can write here equal to limit z tends to ai here order 2. Therefore, z minus or d by dz of z minus ai the whole square into f of z. So this is a pole of order 2. So we can apply the differentiation condition. So the formula is limit z tends to ai d by dz of z minus ai the whole square into f of z. So this is equal to order 2 means first derivative, order 3 means second derivative. So that is equal to limit z tends to ai d by dz of, what's the value? Z minus ai the whole square into, what is f of z? This one, that is z square by z square plus a square the whole square. So this is equal to limit z tends to ai. We have to eliminate z minus ai the whole square. So that is d by dz of z minus ai the whole square into z square by, this can be written as z plus ai into z minus ai whole square. So z square plus a square can be written as z plus ai into z minus ai. Since it is whole square, we can put a square. Z tends to ai. So this z minus ai, this z minus ai cancel. D by dz of z square divided by z plus ai the whole square. So each term, before applying the limit, we should cancel this factor. Otherwise, we get the denominator value is equal to 0, then whole term is equal to infinity. So this is the technique. Now differentiate. So this is equal to what? That is limit z tends to ai limit z tends to ai z plus ai the whole raised to 4 z plus ai the whole square, numerator denominator into numerator differentiation minus numerator into denominator differentiation. So this cancel. Now we can apply the limit. So that is equal to ai plus ai 2ai minus 2 into ai the whole square whole divided by ai plus ai the whole cube. So that is equal to 2ai that is equal to 4a square I square minus 2a square I square whole divided by 2ai the whole cube. So this is equal to 2a square, that is equal to minus 2a square whole divided by here 2 cube 8, 8a cube minus 8a cube I. So this minus cancel. So everything cancel. We can get this is equal to 1 by 4 ai. Therefore, by Cauchy's residues theorem, integral over c z square divided by z square plus a square the whole square dz is equal to 2 pi I into r. So that is equal to by 4ai. So this I cancel 2. So final answer is pi by 2a. Now integral over by Cauchy's lemma. By Cauchy's lemma, integral over c f of z dz is equal to integral over minus infinity to infinity f of x dx. So that is equal to here integral over minus infinity to infinity. Our question, that is x square by x square plus a square the whole square dx is equal to, this value is equal to this one, that is pi by 2a. Square the whole square dx is equal to 2 into integral 0 to infinity x square dx by x square plus a square the whole square. So that is equal to 2 into pi by 2a. So that is equal to pi by a. So this is our required answer. So f of x is equal to 1 by x raised to 4 plus 1. Therefore, f of z is equal to 1 by z raised to 4 plus 1. Okay, so this is equal to, let z raised to 4 plus 1 is equal to 0. Therefore, z raised to 4 equal to minus 1. That is, z is equal to minus 1 raised to 1 by 4. So what is minus 1? Minus 1 is cos pi plus I sin pi. We can write cos pi plus I sin pi. So z is equal to cos pi plus I sin pi. That is pi plus 2k pi plus I sin pi plus whole power 1 by 4 comma k equal to 0, 1 to 3. So if here power is 1 by 4, here 4, we take 3 values, 4 values starting from 0, 0 to 3. Now apply the values. So this is equal to what? That is equal to cos, or we can simplify, that is Z is equal to, if you put 0, what is the value? K is equal to 0, that is cos, or we can write this is equal to e raised to pi into 2k plus 1, because we can take pi, so that is e power 2k plus 1 I whole power 1 by 4. So that is e power I pi by 4 into 2k plus 1. Therefore, substitute the values. Z is equal to, put Z is equal to 0, e raised to put Z is equal to 1, 2 plus 1 is equal to 3, that is e power 3 I pi by 4. Then put k is equal to 2, 5. Last one, e raised to 7 I pi by 4. These are the poles. Now, what is our region? The closed curve is this one. This one. So, how will you check which one is lies inside, which one is lies outside? So, this is pi by 2 up to this, pi by 2, then up to this pi. So, pi by 2, pi, it is lies inside, remaining full outside. So, meaning is, if the coefficient is 3 by 4 is less than 1, so lies here. So, this is pi by 4. So, that is less than 1 value. What is less than 1? Not less than 1 means the division value is equal to less than 1. That is the meaning. So, that is, this is 1 by 4. This is 3 by 4, that is less than 1. This is 5 by 4 greater than 1. This is 7 by 4 greater than 1. So, greater than 1 case lies outside. And then this is 1 by 4 less than 1. This is 3 by 4 less than 1. So, these two lies inside, these two lies outside. So, because greater than 1 means more than pi. Okay, so this is lies, this more than pi value is lies here or either here. So, these two lies outside. Okay. So, Z is equal to e raised to I pi by 4 and e raised to 3I pi by 4 lies inside C. So now we can find the residues. Okay. So residue of f of z at z is equal to e raised to I pi by 4. These are fully simple poles. These are simple poles, means there is no square or cube. Therefore, we can apply the differentiation technique formula. Okay, so this is equal to limit z tends to e raised to I pi by 4. What is the function here? This one, 1 by differentiation of z raised to 4 plus 1. So that is equal to e raised to I pi by 4 the whole cube. That is 1 by 4 into e raised to I 3 pi by 4. So this is R1. What is residue? R2. R2 is equal to residue of f of z at z is equal to 3 e power 3I pi by 4. So that is equal to limit z tends to e power 3I pi by 4. Same idea, 1 by differentiation of z raised to 4 plus 1. If it is these poles are simple poles, then only we can apply this formula. So that is equal to limit z tends to e power 3i pi by 4. This is 1 by 4 z cube. So R2 is equal to, we substitute this value 3i for I pi by 4, then 3 into 3 is equal to 9. Okay. So therefore by Cauchy's residue theorem, what is residue theorem? That is integral over C f of z. Our question is what? 1 by z raised to 4 plus 1 or dz equal to 2 pi I into R1 plus R2. So that is 2 pi I into what is R1. So that is 1 by 4 into e power I 3 pi by 4 plus 1 by 4 into e power 9i pi by 4. So that is 4 can be taken outside, then we can write the value. That is 2 pi I by 4 e raised to minus 3i pi by 4 plus e raised to minus 9i 4. 2 pi I into, so this can be written as e raised to pi minus pi by 4 into I, because 4 pi minus pi is equal to what? That is equal to 3 pi. So here we can write minus, then plus, here e raised to minus I into 2 pi plus pi by 4. So here 4 minus 1 is equal to 3. Here 8 plus 1 is equal to 9. That is 2 pi I into e raised to minus pi I into e raised to pi I by 4 plus e raised to minus 2 pi I into e raised to minus pi I by 4. So this is equal to 2 pi I into e raised to minus pi I is equal to minus 1 e raised to pi I by 4. E raised to minus 2 pi is equal to 1 plus 1 into e raised to minus pi I by 4. So that is equal to 2 pi I into, this is cos, or we can write this is, first you write this one, that is cos pi by 4 minus I sin pi by 4 for this one. Then minus cos pi by 4 plus I sin pi by 4. So here cos pi by 4 cancel. That is equal to 2 pi I into minus 2i sin pi by 4 into e raised to minus 3 pi I by 4 plus e raised to minus 9 pi I by 4. So that is equal to pi I by 2. Here this can be written as e raised to minus pi minus pi by 4 I plus this is equal to minus 2 pi plus pi by 4. So that is equal to pi by 2. What is this one? E raised to minus pi into e raised to pi by 4 I. Here plus e raised to minus 2 pi I into e raised to minus pi I by 4. Because here 2 into 4, 8, 8 plus 1 is equal to 9. So 4 minus 1 is equal to 3. So we can get this one. So this is equal to pi I by 2. Here e raised to pi I is equal to minus 1. E raised to pi by 4. Pi I by 4. Plus e raised to 2 pi I is equal to 1 or minus 2 pi also 1. E raised to minus pi by 4 into I. So this is equal to pi I by 2. First to write this one, that is cos pi by 4 minus I sin pi by 4. That is the formula e raised to I theta. Then this minus cos pi by 4 minus I sin pi by 4. So these two cancel. So here minus that is equal to minus 2i, that is pi I by 2 into minus 2i into sin pi by 4. So 2 cancel. I square is equal to minus 1. I square is equal to minus 1. So minus into minus plus. So totally this is equal to pi into sin pi by 4. So that is equal to pi by root 2, because sin pi by 4 is equal to r f of x dx plus integral, that is f of z dz is equal to integral over c f of z dz. So this is formula. So as r tends to infinity, this becomes minus infinity to infinity. That is minus infinity to infinity f of x dx plus this value tends to 0 equal to integral over c f of z dz. Therefore integral minus infinity to infinity or function dx by 1 plus x raised to 4 equal to, our value is equal to pi by root 2, because this is already found by using Cauchy's residue theorem. So since this is an even function, we can write this is equal to that is equal to 1 by 1 plus x raised to 4 is an even function. So this is equal to 2 into integral 0 to infinity dx by 1 plus x raised to 4 is equal to pi by root 2. Therefore integral 0 to infinity dx by 1 plus x raised to 4 is equal to pi by 2 root 2. So this is our required answer. We take let f of x is equal to, if this numerator contains cos theta or sin theta, we take instead of that one e raised to ix. So the numerator contains cos term. So we take e raised to imx, because cos mx is the real part of e raised to imx. So first you write, instead of this cos term, we take the e raised to I theta. Here mx, so imx. So f of z is equal to e raised to I m z divided by z square plus a square. F of z is equal to e raised to I m z by z square plus a square. Let z square plus a square equal to 0. Same to the previous type. That is z is equal to plus or minus ai. So that is z is equal to, where imaginary part is positive term only lies inside, other negative lies outside. So z is equal to ai lies inside c. So residue of f of z at z is equal to ai, that is equal to what? That is limit z tends to ai e raised to IMS divided by, this is a simple pole, so we can apply differentiation. That is differentiation of z square plus a square. So that is equal to e raised to IMS. So limit z tends to ai, e raised to im z divided by here 2z. Now we can apply the limit. So this is equal to e raised to im, what is z? ai whole divided by 2 into ai. So that is equal to e raised to m minus a, because I into I is equal to I square, that is equal to minus 1 divided by 2 ai. Therefore by Cauchy's residue theorem, integral over c e raised to im z divided by z square plus a square dz is equal to 2 pi I into e raised to minus ma whole divided by 2 into ai. So this is 2 to cancel, this I cancel, that is equal to pi into minus ma divided by a. So this is this integral value. We have integral minus r to r f of x dx plus integral f of z dz is equal to our this one pi by a into e raised to minus ma. As r tends to infinity, integral minus infinity to infinity f of x dx, this is Jordan's lemma, this value is equal to 0, that is by a d raised to minus ma. So our question, what is our question? This one. So cos theta is an even function, x square is even, this whole term is even. Therefore integral minus infinity to infinity, our function is what? F of x cos e raised to I mx by z square plus a square, z square plus a square, here x only, not z, sorry, that is x square plus a square dx is equal to pi by a into e raised to minus ma. Now we got this value only, but our question is in cos mx. So from this you write the real and imaginary part. So we have integral minus infinity to infinity cos mx by x square plus a square dx is equal to what? A real part of this one, because e raised to imx is equal to what? Cos theta plus I sin theta. So here the real part, its real part is this one, but we have the value 0 to infinity, this one is equal to pi by a and e raised to minus ma, so that we can substitute. But this is fully real part, there is no imaginary term, therefore the answer is equal to pi by a into e raised to minus ma. But we need an integral value 0 to infinity only, but cos theta is even function, then this term is also even function, whole function is even function, so this can be written as 2 into 0 to infinity, this full value is equal to pi by a and e raised to minus ma. From that we can calculate 0 to infinity cos mx by x square plus a square equal to pi by 2a into e raised to minus ma. So this is also one of the repeated question. So the numerator term contains sine term, therefore we take f of x is equal to x e raised to I mx divided by x square plus a square. So this is equal to f of x is equal to x e raised to I mx divided by x square plus a square. Actually this is equal to imaginary part of this one, because for sine we take imaginary, for cos we take real. So f of x is equal to, let therefore z is equal to plus or minus ai, and z is equal to ai lies inside C. Z is equal to ai lies inside C, because imaginary part. C. Therefore residue of f of z at z is equal to ai equal to limit z tends to ai. Since this is simple pole, we can use differentiation, that is e raised to imx or imz divided by differentiation of z square plus a square. So that is equal to limit z tends to ai z e raised to ims divided by 2z. Now apply the limit. So that is equal to this z cancel. That is e raised to I m into ai divided by 2. So that is equal to e raised to minus ma divided by 2. E raised to minus ma divided by 2. Residues theorem by Cauchy's residue theorem, integral over c z e raised to I m z divided by z square plus a square dz is equal to 2 pi I into residue, that is equal to r. That is equal to 2 pi I into r is equal to what? Pi by, what is r here? E raised to minus ma divided by 2. So this 2 cancel, that is pi I into e raised to minus ma. We have integral minus r to r f of x dx plus integral f of z dz is equal to pi I into e raised to minus ma. Pi I into e raised to minus ma. As r tends to infinity, integral minus infinity to infinity our function, that is x e raised to I m x divided by x square plus a square dx equal, or this is equal to 0, equal to pi I e power minus ma, because this tends to 0. Now what is the real part, what is the imaginary part of this one? We have therefore integral minus infinity to infinity x cos mx, not cos here, sin mx divided by x square plus a square dx is equal to imaginary part of integral minus infinity to infinity x, this value is equal to what? Here pi I into minus ma. So this is equal to pi into e raised to minus ma. So this value is equal to this one. So what is our question? Question is 0 to infinity. Since x is odd function, sin theta is odd function, so odd and odd is equal to even. This is even, so fully even. So that is 2 into integral 0 to infinity x sin mx by x square plus a square is equal to pi e raised to minus ma. That implies that is integral 0 to infinity x sin x by x square plus a square dx is equal to, here on dx equal to pi by 2 e raised to minus ma. So this is the answer.